Yes, Mrs. Brickson in her crazy hair is back. Welcome back to St. Bernard's Books with Mrs. Brickson. I am Laura Brickson, principal of St. Bernard School and in Thief River Falls, Minnesota. And we are happy to see everybody. This is number 30. 30. We've done 30 of these, which is hard to believe. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. It is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo's today. I had beefy nachos for lunch today. And so we're going to have tacos again tonight. And so the girls are excited about that. And please make sure when you come in, please make sure you comment and say hi so I know that you're here. Typing that up. Well, this morning we had a great Zoom. It was wonderful. So people who are watching, make sure you go and check out the Marvelous May, the email that I sent to parents. It's got it's got a listing for something going on every day this week or this month almost. And make sure you check that out. So we had a live Zoom meeting today with some kiddos, which was so much fun. And my cat Smokey came to visit, and she's very white and very fluffy. And she kind of cuddled right here pretty much during the whole time we had our fun Kindness 101 meeting. And it was like she exploded. It was just woo, poof, poof, poofy hair everywhere. I'm like, oh my goodness. And so it was nuts. And you make sure you say hi in the comments so I know that you're here. Again, for some reason, my settings don't allow that. And then so I can't see it if anyone's here or not. And sometimes it doesn't even let me see the comments. So I'll have to sometimes go and check that out as well. So if I don't say hi back, it's because it's not showing me things. So hopefully it will. Anyway, it is so good to see everybody. And so we're going to start with our opening song. Start with the opening song so you can dance a little too. Just a short little clip. Let's get started.
Difference, we can make a difference. Go make a difference in the world. Go make a difference, we can make a difference. Go make a difference in the world.
All right. So today in our Kindness 101, when we saw that, it was all about courage, our character, and how people can be a hero. And who's a hero in your life? And it really gave us some really cool ideas. It gave us he showed us a few different video stories that we watched that were about this little boy who was only 4 years old, who any money that he might earn or any money that his parents might give for toys, he took that money and he would buy chicken sandwiches and pop and give them to the homeless people in his place where he lived. And then another story we heard about was this girl who her mom was a nurse in a nursing home. So she would go in and she would ask all of the residents, what 3 things, if you could have anything, what are your 3 wishes? And these residents in the nursing homes, oh, hey, Mrs. Air, they weren't asking for things like, I want a car, or I want to go back in time, or I want to go to Disneyland. No, they're asking for things like, I want a really good piece of watermelon, or they wanted a fan for the room or something, something like that. So what she did is she set up this kind of like this GoFundMe thing, and she would go and buy some of their wishes for them. Someone just said, I really want some string cheese. So she went and did that. it's just how we can think of how we can help others. And there was another story of this little boy who gone to like this skate park, this roller, like a skateboarding park, and they have all these kind of dips and hills and stuff, and he was there playing, and it's just like this 13-year-old boy was just nice to him and said, "Hey, how's it going?" Said hi to him and was nice to him. His friends were nice, and how they became friends, and just little simple acts of kindness. Well, one of the things we want to talk about today is today we are talking about some other heroes and what who have been who have worked and helped us out. And the ones that we are really honoring, especially today, but especially this week, are our teachers. Woo! And I hope that. Oh, hold on a second. I didn't have it quite up. Our teachers. Let's give them a round of applause. Yes. Way to go, teachers. We love you, teachers. It's Teacher Appreciation Day. So we are going to be reading a story about teachers today, a letter to my teacher. So we're going to be reading that story and how, how teachers have affected our lives, and also how we can go forth and we can make a difference in people's lives. That's really important. You got this time, and maybe you're sitting around just like watching. How many times can you watch Disney Plus or play Animal Crossing? What can you do to help your neighbors? What can you do to help your family? There's lots of ways that you can go out and make a difference. So I have for our joke for today is our teacher related joke. I got cat hair on my phone. Okay. Why did the student eat his homework? Why did the student eat his homework? Because the teacher told him it was a piece of cake. Get it? Why did the student eat the homework? Because the teacher told him it was a piece of cake. Yes. That was a good one. So we got a good teacher joke on Teacher Appreciation Day. Make sure if you're watching, in the comments, you say hi. Okay, just type in and let me know that you're here. All righty. The teacher said it was a piece of cake. Again, if you miss any of our stories, and now we're starting doing some different really cool picture books, you can go to this link. It's the bit.ly. Just think St. Bernard's Books with Mrs. Brickson. The T and the W are small, but the rest are big. And so this way you can go back, and each day will be a different book. Okie doke. So as we get started, we're going to have this story, a letter to my teacher. And Mrs. Brickson needs a little drink. Oh, something to drink it. Keep my throat. Now notice, I think what we should have done is we should have had a science experiment to measure how long my hair is getting. Adults, you might know this, but I think I'm starting to look a little bit like Conan O'Brien. Okay, here we go. A letter to my teacher. Words by Deborah Hopkinson and pictures by Nancy Carpenter. So when they say words by Deborah Hopkinson, that's another way of saying author. Pictures by Nancy Carpenter, and that's illustrator. And if we look here at the cover, let's see what we see. We have, it looks like a teacher, right? She's got a pencil behind her ear. I know, or in her hair. When I had a ponytail, I always seem to have one there, and I would forget about it. And a clipboard, she's taking notes. And we got a little girl, looked like it was raining outside. She's a little wet. So let's see what we have here. A letter to my teacher. See a little girl, she's looking at the puddle. I gotta get shifted around. Dear teacher, whenever I had something to tell you, I tugged on your shirt and whispered in your ear. This time, I'm writing a letter. I hope you remember me. I was the one who marched to school that first day, splashing through every puddle I could find. I wore a bright yellow raincoat and this dark, stormy frown. Because for me, school meant sitting still and listening. Two things I wasn't much good at. Sometimes I have a hard time sitting still too. I'm trying to arrange it. Sorry about that. I stood there ornery and dripping, just sure that I'd get in trouble. But instead, you grinned at me. Good morning. Look at you, standing there like Mary Kingsley, just back from canoeing up the Ogrut River. Who? I said. Where? Mary Kingsley, the fearless explorer, you explained. Someday we'll read about her. And crocodiles. Now get them up. Crocodiles? After taking attendance, you made a big announcement. Welcome. This year we'll be planting the first ever second grade garden. It will be our great experiment. Yay! We get to dig in the mud? I shouted. True, but first we read about plants, you said. We'll use math to measure our plot. We'll write our garden plan. Reading? Writing? Math? I was better at running and jumping. The next week, we visited the creek behind the school to learn about plants and water. You weren't watching, and I started to hop up the rocks. Right in the middle, I got stuck. Look at me! I'm Mary What's-Her-Name, I hollered, trying to sound brave. Watch out for crocodiles, you yelled back, and you rushed to rescue me. On the way back, you held my hand and never told anyone how much I was shaking. All fall, I tried hard to sit still. Right before Thanksgiving vacation, you asked who wanted to take the Mouse brothers home. Me, pick me, I shouted. Let's see. But while I was busy eating turkey, my cat Lucy ate one of the brothers. I bought a replacement mouse. Except I just couldn't tell you. One day when we were cleaning their cage, you called me over to your desk and told me that we might have to change the brothers' name to Ma and Pa Mouse. You knew the whole time? I said. Laughing, you said, might as well get used to it. Teachers see everything. That's true. Teachers do see everything. I can't turn the page. When winter came, our reading corner became our secret garden of stories. On Friday afternoons, we all curled up in a heap to listen, just like our new litter of mice. I have mice in my basement. Yes, Eleanor found one today. It was a baby one. It wasn't alive. But I loved it when you read to us and always begged for more. But I hated being called on to read out loud. I kept tripping over words. Once, right before my turn, I yelled, "Raise your hand if you want to go home." Another time, I clutched my throat and I croaked, I lost my voice. Nothing fooled you, though. You called me to your desk and asked, when we make our garden, do you think the seeds will grow right away? No, I said, everyone knows they need time and sun and water. Well, learning to read takes time too, you said. Now, I think you have a cat. I nodded. Lucy, the one who likes mice. I'd like you to read to Lucy every day, you suggested. It might keep her out of trouble. I giggled. Maybe I'll read her Puss in Boots. I practiced hard, and you gave me extra help, too. One day, you brought me a special book. I met a real author, and he autographed it just for you. I looked at the cover and sounded out the words. Wow, it's about her, that explorer, Mary Kingsley. You smiled. Next week, you can share it with the class. In March, we explored our town. We went on a field trip to an old house. It was full of history and secret stairways. Whoop. I'm trying to see it so you can. There we go. When I slipped away to look for a hidden treasure in the root cellar, you and the whole class had to trudge down the old stone steps to find me. I think even you lost your patience that time. Exasperating was the word you used. I remember because that night my mom helped me look it up in the dictionary. The day you brought in seeds for us to choose, I tugged on your shirt. Can we plant this kind? The packet says early spring. We can have bright red radishes in just a few weeks. Good reading and great idea, you said. Thanks to the math games we played, measuring our garden patch was easy. At last, we turned over our soil and were ready to plant. I was the radish row crew chief, and I read out the instructions all by myself. All spring, we weeded and watered and kept garden journals too. On the Friday before summer vacation, we wrote out invitations to every class to come and enjoy the salad we'd grown ourselves. Splendid spinach, said the principal. It's because of the worms, I said. I didn't know how to say thank you. So on the last day, I gave you a present, a memory quilt. I measured squares on paper and made the story of our year in each one. Our reading corner, worms in our compost, the magnificent mouse family, and best of all, a picture of you and me. You looked at the quilt a long time and then held it up for everyone to see. Thank you. Now I'll never forget you all in the year of the second grade garden. Me neither, I promised, and I never have. For a long time now, I've been wanting to write to tell you that even though I didn't always listen, and I knew that I was exasperating, second grade really was the best year ever. So I guess you won't be too surprised to hear I still stomp through creeks, dig in the garden, and even read out loud to my cat. But most of all, I want to tell you that I'm about to start my first job. And tomorrow morning, when I go to work, I'll think about everything you helped me explore and try my best to be just like you. See, that's a little girl when she was grown up. Thank you for being my teacher, your student. So now, if you take a look here, the little girl writing a letter. Remember this little girl here in the pink? She kind of got in trouble, had a hard time sitting. She grew up. This is her when she was growing up. And she wrote a letter to her second grade teacher thanking her. And now that little girl who caused all the trouble and wearing the pink and everything like that, now she is a teacher herself. Ah, the end. I have a tough time reading some of those stories because they always make me a little misty, a little choked up. Because I know, like when I was growing up, I was that little girl. I was the little girl who would get into trouble sometimes and who liked to play in the mud and explore and would kind of go off and check things out and probably talk too much. That was me. I know, believe it or not. And so for me, second grade was one of my favorite years too. And fifth grade was one of my favorite years too. And so that kind of helped how people cared for me, and they were my heroes. And so that then I became a teacher. So I get to do the same thing. So stories like that always make me want to cry. Oh, oh, we have more people on. We have Jordan McKenzie. I think they say hi. And Ellie Holton says hi. Oh, and she has to go. She was here and then she has to go. Okay. But I hope you enjoyed that story. And one of the things too, if you were part of our Kindness 101 Zoom this morning, is when they had a assignment. It wasn't really an assignment, but for fun. Like either call or write a letter to someone who's your hero. And since today is Teacher Appreciation Day, maybe today is a good day to write a letter to your teacher, write a note to your teacher. You can call them up, draw them a picture, write them a note, and you can mail it to them or draw a picture and have your parent take a picture of it, send it to them. And as the week goes on, if there's anything else you'd like to do for them, that would be great too. So with that, we have a little dancing to do. Woo, woo. Got a little dancing to do. I know we got a couple Just for Kicks people out there, right? I know that Kendall and Mackenzie and Jordan, you guys are Just for Kicks people. Let's see if we can get some moves. Let's get some dancing. Okay, so we have this song. It's a praise and worship song. Hold on, I'm trying to get this ready. Hopefully it'll jump right in. Oh, hold on a second. I got an ad. Domino's Pizza ad. Hold on. Oh, now I got a Candy Crush ad. Everybody get up. Get up. Here we come. Let's get some dancing. You can do their moves. Oh, yeah. You can sing along. I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord. I'm trading my sickness. I'm trading my pain. I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord. We sing, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord. Amen. Oh, you can go do those words, right?
Down but not destroyed. I am blessed beyond the curse, for his promise will endure. This joy is gonna be my strength, gonna be my strength. Though sorrow may last for the night, his joy comes in.
Okay, sing the refrain. The yes. I'm treating myself. It's coming.
I'm laying down on the joy of the Lord. I'm trading my sickness. I'm trading my dread. I'm laying them down on the joy of the Lord.
Here we go.
Yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord. 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 Crushed, persecuted, not abandoned. Struck down but not destroyed. I am blessed beyond the curse, for his promise will endure. This joy is gonna be my strength. Though the sorrow may last for the night, his joy comes in the morning. I'm trading my sorrow, I'm trading my shame. I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord. I'm trading my sickness. I'm trading my pain. I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord.
Here we go.
Yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord. Please sing, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord.
Woohoo! Fun, 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 fun. That was a fun, fun song. Aurora's here. Hello, Aurora. It's good to see you. Good to see you guys. So, oh, Ellie just said that we sing this at camp. Yes, I love those kind of good songs. Those are great. And if you have any recommendations, you can email me or anything like that. If you have any jokes, if you have, and you can put them in comments. If you have songs, emailing, I'll know for sure. I'll see them. Sometimes I don't always see all the comments, but otherwise, remember, have your parents check on their emails for the Marvelous May calendar. There's a couple of them I sent out, and you can click on the links. Tomorrow, fourth and fifth graders have a Zoom lunch with me at 11. So Wednesday, fourth and fifth graders, Zoom lunch with me at 11. Then 11 o'clock, there is a Zoom meeting for our next Kindness 101 meeting, and that's just fun. It's just fun, you know. And remember, on Mondays there is morning meeting with Mrs. Zare. That's gonna be at 10. That's here on Facebook. And guys, talent show. We're having the talent show. Yeah. So by Saturday the 17th, video, have your parents video you doing some sort of talent, and you got to get it to me by that Saturday. There's a special little form I think I have your parents fill out. It's on that Marvelous May thing. Then on Tuesday the 19th, I'm gonna put them all together, and then Tuesday we're gonna watch it, and that'll be our talent show. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. And we will see you tomorrow. So with that, have a wonderful day. Remember, oh, Jackson Veda, I just see a hi on here. Yay! So remember, your assignment for today, write a letter, send an email, draw a picture. Think about what we can do to honor our teachers, our people who are heroes who have gone out to go make a difference. All right? So with that, we will see you later. Have a great day.